Coming up on the news at noon, facing the consequences. What's next for Deputy Mayor of D.C. after you grab someone by the throat? And later, a glitch in the system. If you're planning to vote in Virginia, you may want to double check your records. We'll explain why. And good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Meteorologist Damon Matson joins us with the latest check on the forecast. And Damon, the sun is shining. My question to you is, will it continue for the rest of the day?
Well, Mark, we talked about it all yesterday. We finally have that sunshine back in place, and it looks like it's going to continue for the most part as we roll forward here on this warm and comfortable day. But when could a little bit of high cloud cover maybe throw a wrench into things? We'll let you know the latest coming up here in just a bit.
Damon, thank you. Another bus load of migrants dropped off at the vice president's doorsteps. Dozens of people coming from Texas around 6:30 this morning. Another bus was there to greet them, so they weren't there for long. Our crew met the group of men, women, and children as they took the first steps on D.C. soil, and volunteers took them to Union Station.
It's a bad situation all around, but the utter disrespect that we are representing our country with is horrible. So I'm proud to be taking these people.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott says that he'll keep sending migrants to the vice president's home until the Biden administration changes its policies. Well, developing now, a D.C. deputy mayor is facing charges after being accused of grabbing someone by the throat. The mayor and her team are now working to resolve the issue. D.C. News Now's Christy Matino tells us what comes next in the investigation.
Mayor Bowser and her team are searching for answers. Bowser released a statement saying that Deputy Mayor Chris Geldert is now on leave. She said, quote, "It seems like things like this happen often where a dispute arises over something minor." Now the mayor is saying that she hopes to have this incident resolved quickly. DC News Now spoke to Arlington County Police. They tell us that this incident happened in the parking lot of the Gold's Gym on Wilson Boulevard. This all happened on Monday afternoon. Police say 53-year-old Geldert opened his car door into another man's car. That triggered this verbal dispute. Police claim that Geldert grabbed the man by the throat. The gym's manager says the other man was a trainer at Gold's Gym. The mayor's office is now reviewing the matter, but one gym member that we spoke to tells us this dispute was an overreaction.
I think it's more on him than on the trainers, knowing how they are, and I think something so minor, he overreacted.
Geldert has served as the deputy mayor for public safety and justice since January 28, 2021. He also oversaw the D.C. Homeland Security and Emergency Management Agency from 2012 to 2017. Now, Geldert will remain on leave until the incident is fully resolved. And of course, as we get new details into our newsroom, we will bring you more here on DC News Now. In the newsroom, Christy Matino, DC News Now.
Christy, thank you. Developing now, 10 families are without a place to live after a fire tore through an apartment complex in Glenmont, Maryland. Fire started overnight. Montgomery County Fire and Rescue crews had the call for backup to put the fire out. Red Cross is providing assistance to those affected. Well, new today, D.C. police have released surveillance photos of a man wanted in the stabbing of a CVS employee on Tuesday. Police believe that this man stabbed the employee who was trying to stop him from shoplifting. This happened at a CVS on Pennsylvania Avenue in Southeast on Tuesday. The employee is expected to be okay. If you know this man or have any information, you're asked to contact D.C. police. President Biden is heading to Washington County. The president will be in Hagerstown tomorrow, and according to the White House, the president will give remarks on building the economy from the bottom up and middle out. DC News Now will be in the area and will bring you a live report of tomorrow's events.
Coming down, we appreciate it. I picked the food.
That was President Joe Biden caught on a hot mic speaking to the mayor of Fort Myers, Florida yesterday. It's not clear exactly who the president was talking about, but he had just finished a briefing with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Senator Marco Rubio. The president was in Florida for an in-person look at the devastating impacts of Hurricane Ian. Hannah Brand is in Washington with the details of his visit.
Usually, President Biden and Governor DeSantis go toe-to-toe on political issues. But Wednesday, they were hand in hand as they put politics aside to focus on Florida.
Today, we have one job and only one job, and that's to make sure the people of Florida get everything that they need to fully, thoroughly recover.
The president toured Florida's storm-ravaged coast and got a close-up look at the extensive damage in the state.
Unimaginable storm just ripped it to pieces. You got to start from scratch.
The White House says tens of millions of dollars have already gone to the recovery effort, and the president announced expanded federal aid for things like hotels and debris removal.
It's going to take a lot of time, not weeks or months. It's going to take years for everything to get squared away.
Governor DeSantis thanked the president and his team for their help.
I think we've worked as well across state, local, and federal of any disaster that I've seen.
And acknowledged the state will need more assistance in the months ahead.
I'm just thankful that everyone's banded together. We've got a lot of work to do here.
Even when the pause on political squabbling ends, the president promises the federal aid will be there for the long haul.
We're thinking of you, and we're not leaving. We're not leaving until this gets done.
And that was Hannah Brandt reporting. Now, during his visit, President Biden didn't mention any of the hot-button issues that he and Republican Governor Ron DeSantis have disagreed on, like when the governor sent a plane of migrants to Martha's Vineyard. The president only vaguely referenced their tense relationship to say that they have different political philosophies, but added that in this effort, they're on the same page. In national news, a federal appeals court fast-tracking an appeal by the Department of Justice for documents kept at former President Donald Trump's home. This comes over the appointment of a special master who is set to review thousands of pages of government records taken from the Mar-a-Lago estate. The order from the court includes ordering several rounds of paper briefs by the DOJ and Trump to wrap up by mid-November. Yesterday, the former president spoke out, claiming he has not done anything wrong.
They raided and broke into my home. Everyone knows we've done nothing wrong. They are targeting me because they want to silence me, silence you, and silence our amazing Make America Great Again movement. There's never been a movement like this in the history of our country, not even close.
The DOJ's response to the ruling is due on Tuesday. Well, Damon, I have to tell you, man, the sun is shining. I can see a walk during my lunch plan.
Oh, yeah, hopefully you're not the only one out there. We got to take advantage of this sunshine. No question about it here, because it is a rare commodity. It seems, at least it has been the last several days. But checking it out, yes, there's that sunshine we've carved out, and it's going to continue to be a very, very nice day out there. However, look at this wave of high clouds that is working its way across Ohio, now into West Virginia and Pennsylvania. That is going to clip by later this afternoon and filter out the sunshine just a little bit.